You're about to be seen, collective. Are you ready? Here's your reading. Hi friends, my name is Griselle with Toughdolltarot, and I'm here to do your reading. This is a collective reading. We will not have piles. It is a new thing, a new segment I'm doing for my channel. So let me know what you think. And these readings are meant to find you whenever it is that you're open to them. So if the title catches your eye or the thumbnail, I'm not really sure what that's going to look like just yet because it's a work in process, then that's the time for you to be able to watch it. Also, these are designed to encourage you at whatever time or chapter you are in your life. At least that's my intention. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get a little bit more information during the shuffle in 3, 2, 1. Welcome, welcome, collective. Let's find out what we have for you right now. You have Sagittarius with the World Explorer. You have second house, resources and values. And you have Leo, the extrovert. So right off the bat, literally what I heard is you have a violation, meaning myself. Sometimes the algorithm is very touchy about these cards, but I'm going to trust that we're just on the up and up here. So with the World Explorer and the extrovert, you're being reassured that you're well equipped to handle whatever it is that you are about to do or headed to do or designed to do or meant to do. Now, I feel like some of you guys could be like done with college or headed out on a new adventure, such as like a new job or launching a new business. Some of you guys are actually launching a new product, and good for you. But whatever this is, it is meant to be seen by the world. And now's the time that I feel like you're a little bit, gosh, maybe we need some words of affirmation, because that maybe possibly might be your love language. It certainly is mine. And maybe perhaps this is just stating that, you know, this is going to be a time where you are about to be seen for whom you are. And I heard whose you are, and that there is no need to be anxious. Maybe a lot of you guys are struggling with anxiety. Maybe you're introverts such as myself. I also feel like public speaking could be a thing for you as well. With the second house, resources and values, I feel like this is going to definitely affect your resources. So I feel like this is almost like a continuation of the other readings that I've done for the collective thus far. Not many, but we're working on it. And so this is really addressing your resources and values. And I feel like as long as you're aligning up to your values, that your resources will be there. But it is when we start betraying our values that the resources get pulled or things fall, you know, the bottom falls out and things like that. So if you're working with certain products, making sure that they are, you know, top-notch products, that you really believe in them and things like that, that you're not really just selling something to sell something. If you don't believe in it, I feel like, you know, sticking to your values, that's going to be the quickest way for you to succeed and the best achievement possible for you. So I feel like you're on that trajectory anyways. This did come up during the pre-shuffle. And so the Five of Cups right here really talks about kind of wishing that things were the way they were when they were. And what I mean by that is that, yeah, we're crying over spilt milk. We're crying over, you know, memories of what used to be a time when it was like, hey, let's eat, let's drink, let's be merry. And it could be that maybe you're missing certain partnerships in your life that, you know, I heard that they have failed you, and this could be because we're all human as well. So perhaps they failed you. I just happened to look up and the moon just came out. I'm like, yay, hi. So the moon is peeking out, and maybe things are really surrounded by a lot of mystery. You've had a lot of changes. I'm hearing also that maybe perhaps you had an ego death as well, and maybe you haven't fully absorbed this or have been able to really move on from this part, you know, the warning part. And it's going to be really important that you give yourself that time to mourn. But also, collective, I just want to gently remind you that with the Two of Cups right here, this is about a partnership. This is about, I see you deeply. Not like, hey, let's hang out with everybody. And so if you thought that what you had before was special with these bonds and these ties with maybe people that, with the Five of Cups that you are mourning, or that time has gone. Like, for example, if you graduated from college like 10 years ago, you can't get those rah-rah days back, right? But maybe you can, get back some new and better times if you were to contact them and, I don't know, arrange a luncheon or a Zoom meeting or something like that. But basically, this is really talking about not living in the past, that those were great times, but you still have many great times ahead. And so be sure that you don't really withhold your heart or separate yourself from connections that could really make you feel very seen. Because with the Two of Cups, this is like a soul connection. This is like a connection where they really see you and they feel you. And it's almost like a body, mind, heart, and soul thing. And it does not have to be romantic. It can be. But this is a great opportunity for you to see the beauty in the now and not always looking to the past and not looking with anxiety towards the future. You're being encouraged at this point in time to live in the moment and to forgive a lot of what has been done in the past. Perhaps it's like we can't change it. I really personally struggle a lot with, this isn't my reading right now, but I struggle a lot with maybe decisions that I've made and maybe things that I haven't done properly, or things like that. But I can't always mourn and go back and beat myself up, because I'll never make progress to move forward. And look at that. Yeah, so I feel like you're processing a lot of grief, a lot of heartache, a lot of heartbreak. And this is about breaking chains and bonds that maybe you have committed yourself to, or maybe perhaps, these always remind me of the elephant tusks. And I feel like there are 3 injuries really deep right here. It could be 3 relationships or 3 situations that you've been in mourning, that you've been holding your heart kind of on pause or on ice for. And I feel like that has really affected how extroverted you are or you are not. And it's also hindered some of what could be like your trajectory. And it's almost like your sadness has been holding you back. And Spirit wants to acknowledge this as well. But the fact of the matter is that sometimes life is sad and it is heartbreaking, it is heart-wrenching, but we have to push forward and we have to move forward. And your urge to be able to look at the Two of Cups that you have coming towards you and the current partnerships. And it's almost like, do you dare love again? Do you dare love? And again, it could be platonic, it could be romantic, whatever this is just about, are you going to be willing and able to give that heart back, responsibly? I mean, we want to give our heart away to people in a responsible manner. And I definitely feel like you're somebody that you can trust yourself now, regardless if you're 10 or 210. I feel like you've made a lot of decisions and you've learned from them. So you don't have to be afraid that you maybe are going to be as vulnerable or be taken advantage of as you once were. I feel like you have learned, and I'm hearing through thick and thin, you've learned really tough lessons, and it has been a burden, quite a burden on you. But I also want to urge you that if you look back also, you could see where there were like chinks in the armor, or there were cracks in the mirror, or things that you weren't seeing clearly. And that's pretty much what led to your heartbreak as well. And so I'm being led to say that with you exploring your new opportunities in new world, it is no shade on what has gone and what is past, because these are things that made you, that created you, that shaped you and molded you almost like clay. And this is what's going to help elevate you to get to the new level, or to get to the point where wherever your trajectory is leading you, even to the point of exploring new avenues, maybe even new love or new schools, or being able to go on, different business ventures. Now with the extrovert right here, I feel like you've been in a lot of pain, a lot of I get hermitude, a lot of hermit energy, and a lot of mental processing, a lot of grieving, a lot of maybe you hold things close to your chest, such as I do, and you don't really, express those to friends. And maybe you just kind of play your cards close to your chest for whatever reason. And I feel like there is going to be a need to release a lot of that, because there is a need for you to be more extroverted. And I mean, if I were reading this for myself, and I kind of am, it really makes me struggle because I've gotten used to being kind of in my own energy and my own skin. But keep in mind that, you know, when we become so used to something, it does eventually become stagnant because we're meant to be growing, evolving, and changing. So just putting that out there for you. And again, it's going to dramatically, if you embrace this being seen, being out of yourself more, it's going to exponentially affect your income, your resources. Excuse me. Yeah. Oh my gosh, the Emperor. Coco, you have nothing to say? Coco's like slinking around. But, oh, look at it. Is that a sheep? It's like a Capricorn right here. So we have the Emperor right here. And the Emperor is, you know, all about being super intelligent, hyper vigilant. And I feel like this is indicating that there are ties to, like, you know, a native people. So maybe you're feeling led to explore your roots, your indigenous roots, or your family heritage in some way, shape, or form. And I feel like you are being placed in a good seat right now, that you have the ability to surveil everything, and that, you know, these owls have an ability to rotate their heads all the way around. It's pretty amazing. So I feel like you don't have to really worry about having these like really betrayals or heartaches, because this owl can see from up above, and they have the word, like the sword of truth, and you can cut anything down if you need to. If it approaches you sideways, you know, you're going to be like, no, try it again. I'm not. Oh, there you go. Coco concurs. So, you know, there's no need to fear here. It's just, are you willing to give life or hearts another chance? I almost feel like that energy coming from you. We're going to get a little bit more information here. What else do we have? Show me what I need to see for the collective here. Why is this World Explorer here? And Leo the extrovert, please. And of course, these signs can have special meaning to you. Sophisticated. You have a higher understanding of sex and sexuality. It's authentic and empowering, often having a shocking effect on people and provoking insecurity in others. So maybe this does revolve around your love life, and you're done mourning a past love life. It could be. Or maybe you're in the fashion industry, or maybe you make or tailor clothing, or you buy clothing for department stores. There's a lot of different possibilities here. Angel. You're an angel on earth, sent here to learn certain things about the human condition and to guide humans on earth. A spirit guide in training to teach and heal others. Yeah. So you have a lot of experiences, and I feel like maybe perhaps, you know, not to excuse or to put like empty words into this space where, you know, if we're grieving and we're mourning and we're hurt, that's exactly what it is. And there's no comparing, well, this hurt to that hurt, that would hurt more. I don't feel like that, and I don't ever think that way. But I definitely feel like everything has a purpose, and I feel like this has made you more empathetic, more approachable, more understanding. And also it's really served to really purify your heart. Like it's almost like purifying gold. It gets put through the fire until all that's left is what's pure gold. And I feel like, you know, Spirit's just saying to remember that you are precious, that you are well thought of. What else do we have here? Even though it doesn't feel that way at times. What I tell you, fashion, fashion. Maybe you are indeed a fashionista. You know how to dress the part, accentuating your best features and making heads turn your way. Becoming the center of attention anywhere you go. I mean, she's one of my all-time favorite images that I have, I think, on all my cards. So, and maybe you are, I don't know, maybe you're like super exotic, because I'm getting exotic with this turban right here. And also I'm getting like Indian vibes from here. And you could be maybe a mix, or maybe you're not originally from those places. But something about returning to your roots or places that you're drawn to. So maybe even your family lineage in this lifetime isn't even connected to those things, but you've always had like an interest, or you felt called upon to these different places. So I definitely feel like travel could be in the cards for you. What else do we need to know for the collective, please? Why is the extrovert right here in the world explorer? And show me now. Man holding a coin, yeah. So I read for everybody. I don't read for any sex in particular. But, you know, man holding a coin, this can indicate somebody who is very well off, looking at you and maybe making an evaluation, right? Maybe he looks like Fabio, or he looks like all those 1980s romance novels that I used to consume. Don't tell nobody. It's between me and you. And if you repeat it, I'll totally deny it. But even this right here reminds me of those like lucky Chinese coins that we have in threes, you know. I don't know if you know, but I think it's super cool. So, and if that's not that, you can feel free to correct me. No worries there too. But man with the coin, this really tells me that you might have partnerships and opportunities out here that are absolutely ready to meet you more than halfway. And I feel like maybe even perhaps you have people's eye upon you currently, right? And that would be what the extrovert thing is going on there. So 4, 5, 6, 7. So I count on my fingers again. I'm well known for that. But I'm just going to say that with the 7, I feel like it's a higher elevated kind of love. And if this isn't love, this could be like fashion week, or, you know, walking the red carpet, or whatever. You could be doing like hair or MUA, hair and makeup, or what do they call it? FX makeup? You know, any of those things would apply. But whatever it is that your thing is, whatever it is that you're doing is about to be seen, highlighted, augmented, and somebody's about to invest in you. They've been thinking about it. And this is no fool. This is not someone who's going to be like, oh, let me just toss my money out there. Okay. No. This is somebody who knows what they want, but also maybe even a little bit flirty, male or female. I'm just going to say, what do we have here? Rest and rejuvenation. Yeah, so it's going to be a good time to really get in touch with your body, get a little bit of rest. If you've been feeling a certain amount of fatigue, maybe even eat lighter than you typically have been. For somebody, they could really be drinking like lemon water, or be craving all things lemon in order to like purify the body and things like that. So again, not medical diagnosis here or recommendation, just a spiritual medium downloading information for you. Whether you want to take it or not, totally up to you. And appreciation. I heard infatuation. Somebody's infatuated with you. I can't help but feel like this. So I feel like you are being seen. Like that man with a coin is like, hey now. Okay, so appreciation. What is that song? Hey now, don't dream it's over. Okay, so maybe it's somebody from the past who is looking at you once again and thinking that they want a brave coming forward with an offer. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be. Keep in mind, these are general readings, and you're going to apply this however you see fit. But you've been working, you've been laboring long and hard and diligently and toiling at whatever it is that you do. And you're about to be seen more in the public light than you ever have been. So make sure that you get your beauty rest, your handsomeness rest, because men are beautiful too, by the way. And that's what I have for you. Until next time, namaste.